How's it going? I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can.
Hey, John, it's Ed Graney. We're going to talk to Richie in a while. And this year, last time, you were kind of answering questions about his journey, but he seemed to really settle in and have a solid year for you. Can you talk about his progression from last year and now what you expect this year?
You talking about Incognito?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been a great football player. He's played at the highest level, on different teams. And I think he's in a great place. I think he's learned a lot. And he's actually become one of our leaders on this team. He's a fun guy to coach, and we're proud to have him as a Raider.
John, you obviously, with the move with Prince, it looks like you have a pretty young secondary to start the year with Trayvon and Damon at corners and Abram at safety. What are the challenges of that, and what have you seen from those young guys to make you have confidence in them?
We're just keeping the best guys is all we're doing. Prince is a good player. I'm sure he'll latch on with somebody, but, we're going to be young. I've been criticized of being too old. We're going to keep the best players and try to continue to develop them. I remember when I was a young coach with the 49ers, it worked out when they brought in Ronnie Lott and Eric Wright. We're hoping we have the makings of a good young secondary that can be great someday, and they're going to be tested. We know that, but we didn't draft these guys to stand on the sideline.
Hey, John, this is Vic. Tyrell Williams, what was his status before you put him on IR? What does that mean as far as the rookie receivers and their role this year?
Well, Ty just unfortunately couldn't stay healthy. He had the foot problem all of last year, and the shoulder does require surgery. He potentially could have tried to play through it and wear a harness, but when you have that much restrictive movement, it's hard to catch the ball away from your body. I think we all agree putting him on IR was the only thing to do, and we just hope our young receivers can get done what our young DBs have to get done. They got to go out and get ready to play, and we're excited about it.
Hey, Coach, Case from Las Vegas Sun. We've heard you talk a lot about Ruggs on the field and what he's meant there, but what's he been like on a personal level? What stood out about your interactions with him and getting to know him these last few months?
He's a great kid. He's been brought up well. He's got a great family. Credit to his mom and dad. Montgomery, Alabama, from a small town, and he's just a hard-working, no-nonsense, day-to-day, consistent grinder. You'd love him. You'd like him in your business. We love him in ours. But he's got a big future ahead of him, I think, as long as we don't screw him up.
Hey, John, I know he only played one game last year, but what's been the biggest improvement that you've seen out of Jonathan Abram coming back for this year?
I just think his understanding of the defense, number one. Number two, I think he's becoming a better communicator, which you have to be in the back end. You got to be able to recognize splits and formations and know the situation and communicate that to those around you. So I think his communication is better. He's more experienced. He has more knowledge of our defense. And we're hoping we can create an identity on that side of the ball centered around a bunch of young guys. So he's a key, no doubt. But those are the key things I've noticed.
Hi, John. Levi Damien from USA Today. I'm just kind of wondering what it was you liked about Raekwon McMillan that made you want to trade to bring him into the Raiders.
You like him coming out of the draft. We liked him coming out of Ohio State. So did a lot of people. He was a high pick. He's got a lot of production when he plays. He's a good tackler. He's a physical inside linebacker that is a good tackler. And we needed a linebacker, potentially as a starter, as a backup Mike, and as a starting multiple position type linebacker. We think he can play Mike. We think he can play Sam. We think he can help us on special teams. He's a great kid. We had a lot of high marks on him coming out of Ohio State, and he's a good man to have on our team.
John, you talked about the young wide receivers. How's the progress for Brian Edwards and also Zay Jones and Nelson Aguilar? I think they had pretty strong training camps. The importance of them, Zay being in the system a little bit more, and then Nelson Aguilar bringing that veteran element that he brings.
Well, we're good at moving receivers in and out. I think we had 8 different starting flankers last year. 8. We had Tim Brown. He was a flanker for 4 straight years. Never missed a game or practice. So, we're hoping Ruggs can take some snaps and continue to improve. At the same time, we know Aguilar can start. he can start on the strong side, the weak side, or in a slot. He's a hell of a player. Yeah, we like him a lot. And Zay Jones is probably the most improved player on the offense. He has really done a great job getting himself quicker, getting himself in premier shape, and he's faster. His stamina is really something I marvel at. This guy can run all day, and he's playing with a lot more confidence. So Zay has a lot of versatility, so does Nelson, and we love Renfro, obviously, and we're hoping the young guys can continue to progress.
Hey, John, it's Paul. And I know it's a really small sample size, no exhibition games or anything, but how much more faster, athletic, fluid does your linebacker core look now with all the, it's basically rebuilt with all the new guys?
Well, we lost Whitehead. We're going to see him in week 1. He made a lot of tackles. He took a lot of criticism, but I really think he was a good sideline-to-sideline player. We love Kwiatkowski, what he brings to our team. His ability to find the ball and get us lined up in and out of good defenses is a real ingredient that we need. And Littleton, as you know, as an underneath coverage linebacker is exceptional. And we're going to need that against McCaffrey and Kamara and some of the beasts that we're going to see in our division. So it's good. Nick Morrow's improved, and we think the addition of McMillan will give us some depth and versatility that is something we obviously feel we need.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. See you.